Yes, I have found it quite easy, but I think it's because my children are older and are just so adaptable. Give them a device, give them an app, and they take it and run away with it. I may not know the full understanding of the particular app, but they have just fitted in really quickly and really easily into the classroom because of the children's ease of just knowing what to do, and kids just take it and run with it without me having to really be the instigator of it. Yeah, so it's been good and easy.
I've really enjoyed my first-hand experience of iPads, and I think they're particularly suited to junior classrooms because of the tactile nature of the tasks, because you're actually touching them and there's just so little to learn about how to use them. You don't need to sit one-on-one with the children, and the apps are so targeted specifically to their learning needs. So I found integrating them very easy.
Has it made it easier or harder for you to teach?
Some aspects of the touches have made things easier, because when the children are using apps that are like skill and drill apps, or ones where they're listening to reading, it means they're absorbed. So you've got a group of children that you don't have to worry about because they're going to be busy and they're going to be doing something that's meaningful, a meaningful task that kind of works towards the learning objective that we have. But it can also be harder, particularly when we're using apps that are more creative, because I need to know how things work a little bit more, because also it means the children are sometimes less independent and need more hands-on help from me. And I also need to be quite creative in the tasks that I set and be clear about my learning objectives, because sometimes you can get distracted from learning how to use the tool compared to actually whatever learning outcome specifically working towards.
I've found that children need no motivation, they just love using them, and the fact that there is such a huge range of apps, from literacy to maths to, as Tina mentioned, creative artistic skills, and the fact that we can now use the iPad along with our Apple TVs. Children have just loved sharing what they've learned, and being able to peer tutor and bring the whole class into the lesson. So yes, it's been definitely easy
Certainly
teaching.
Fits with collaborative learning, doesn't it? And for children teaching children.
Yes.
And there's a real opportunity with the Apple TV to get the children to take the lead in the classroom.
And they're not even aware of the extent of their learning. I mean, they're working on educational apps because they want to.
Mm. And we're lucky to have one device between two, basically. So there's sharing of the information, there's talking about it, there's group work going around it, and the ease of using YouTube as a motivational tool and a teaching tool, and the things that they find amazes me, and they're interested if they're following a particular tact, especially an inquiry, and they love sharing what they found and just think, wow, look at this, and then that's when the TV's coming into its own, share it on that, and it's really good.
And to be able to print from it.
Yeah.
It's just a big step.
Yeah. I find too it's really good for the kids that aren't very good at drawing, or they haven't got good drawing skills, or haven't got or their coordination's not good for writing, that they can actually take photos of the text that they want, or they can take photos of the pictures that they want. They don't have to draw them, and they can put those into the whatever they want to show everybody else,
Yeah, and the camera is
the camera's wonderful. The camera's just really
one of
great.
the most useful things.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, question 3 is: do you enjoy using the iPads to help the children learn?
Yeah, definitely. In fact, I think I would be at a loss if they disappeared from my room tomorrow. I would think, oh,
What?
Bother.
What can I do?
Now what
Yeah.
will I do?
They've become such an accepted everyday tool that now we don't even think.
And they have such flexible
Yeah,
uses.
it's
They can be
just-
used in all sorts of different ways.
And we can be constantly updating what they can use. And we've all got iPads, but we've all got apps particular to the age groups that we're using them with. So
And the kids themselves, they'll say, I say, oh, well, if we're reading about Niue Island or something, I'll say to the kids, well, where's that? And some kid will say, oh, well, we'll find out. And they just go straight to the iPad and look it up, And they all know how to do that. So.
I can certainly see more potential for things that children could be doing with it. Especially, I remember when Cameron came back from America talking about the children finding Kuiper Flats, like the children that had in the class that he went to finding out where Kuiper Flats was while he was talking to them, which is amazing because you think about they've asked a question, oh, where is that place, and they've answered it. It's instant gratification.